Hello everyone, my name is Marina Scarlett and I'm going to tell you my experience being trapped in a cemetery. Yes, the gates were shut and locked. Well, to start with, I went to one specific cemetery to visit my dearly beloved friend, and after I left that cemetery I went closer to hometown and I went to another cemetery that I've been curious about. I went down to the cemetery with my mom. We roamed around, looked at all the old tombstones and stuff. And once it started getting hot, we decided to leave. Well, the whole day was hot, but this one, you know, when you've had enough of the heat, you gotta go in the car and enjoy the AC. Well, we finally were fed up with the heat. We drive out and I start driving up to the gate and I see that the exit gate is shut. And I was like, maybe my eyes are just tripping out, maybe that's just the entrance and we're good. So I keep driving. Sure enough, the gate was locked. Very scary. So me and my mom started driving down into the cemetery thinking maybe there's another way out. Went to their other exit, also locked, and it says please go to main entrance where exit is. So I was speeding through the cemetery alone with my mom and she was yelling at me, "You're not driving fast enough." And I'm like, "Mom, I can't go anywhere else, we're stuck in the cemetery." So I go up to the main office. It's locked. It was about like 6 when we first entered the cemetery. Weird thing is, both gates were open and all the signs say that on Tuesdays the cemetery closes at 4:30. So it's kind of strange that both gates were open and we were able to even enter the cemetery even though it was closed. Yeah, so when we were leaving it was about 6:40 something. Once I realized that the cemetery's office was closed, I freaked. I was just like, we're stuck here. What am I going to do? Call the cops and explain to them that I visited this cemetery because I like how the tombstones look. After just coming from another cemetery visiting my friend. Anyway, it didn't come to that point. I saw my mom pushing on one of the gates that actually has one deadlock. Okay, so say these are the gates, right? The lock is on this gate. So the lock wasn't intertwined on both of them to actually keep it shut. It was just on this gate, but the bolt was thick enough on the lock to keep both doors shut. Strange. So my mom's pushing this door and it's not going any further. So as soon as I seen her doing that, I'm like, okay, well if she can push it forward, she could probably push it back. So I start pulling it in, and then once it hit the lock hard enough, I was able to pull it through. I opened that gate open, ran into my car and like sped off. But very scary experience. I don't think I want to go back to that cemetery again. Yeah, I don't know what I would have done if me and my mom were stuck in a cemetery. Maybe like hop a fence, but the crematorium was right next to that cemetery, so I mean maybe there's somebody there. I'm just surprised there was no security patrolling to make sure that nobody was in the cemetery. They just locked us in. But I survived being locked in the cemetery gates. And as scary as it kind of was, it's kind of awesome. It's kind of a cool story. Well, anyways, that is my story, guys. Subscribe, leave comments, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. It's okay, I won't get offended. And yeah, thanks for watching.